Alright, y'all, so I was just riding down the road and I had to pull over to record this video real quick. And it's gonna be completely raw. I've been emotional just thinking about this, so if I cry, I cry. That's one thing we can touch and agree on. Like, I'm emotional as hell when it comes to like certain things, and I'm okay with that. So yesterday my cousin Tiffany and I, we decided to meet up for drinks. So the backstory on that is we had both had days that were kind of like, I feel like I had a good day, but it was still one of those days where I just needed to decompress, right? And she had had a day as well. When she had told me she was going to get drinks, I was kind of like I'm trying to save money. Like I told y'all in my previous video, I'm watching what I eat. I was supposed to be drinking only water this week, but as we talked, like we was like, we need this. So we met up. We went to one of the restaurants that we are pretty much regulars at, so we know the bartenders, two of the bartenders there. And so when we got there, we asked for our girl. Like, we asked for the bartender that we always have when we go in there. We were talking to her, whatever, and she was just talking about some things that she was going through. She mentioned like her having problems with her rent, that kind of thing. And it wasn't a situation where she was asking for help. It wasn't a situation where I felt like she was telling us that so we would tip good. Like, we just built a relationship with her over the course of us, coming in and out of the restaurant to have drinks, to eat, or whatever. So when it was time to pay the bill, I left. Tiff had put her initial tip on her debit card. I had put, like, I had cash, so I was giving her a cash tip. And when we gave her tip, she was like, she showed so much gratitude. And then Tiff was like, well, I think I got some cash on me, so let me give you like some more. And Tiff handed her some extra money that she had. And then I was like, oh, well, I got this. Like, I realized I do not keep cash on me. But yesterday I had cash. So I was like, yeah, I think I got, this on me. So I gave her that. And then Tiff found like some extra cash that she had somewhere else. And, so she gave her that. And just to see how appreciative she was to get money that she wasn't expecting. And we left out of there with so much gratitude, just realizing we came there with problems that we deemed to be important. Whereas people in the world having like real life problems, people that don't know, where certain things are coming from, people are going to come from in terms of like financially, people that have health issues. And that thing has been on my mind since then. And it's funny because last week I was watching Boots Tarot on Instagram, and he had a similar experience. He was talking about how he got into a small car wreck, and how the lady was going to call the insurance company, but he told her, you don't have to call insurance. Like, I'll send you some money. And so he said that he sent the lady like a crazy amount of money, and she started to cry. And she was talking about how he had just blessed her. She was somebody that had cancer, and how he had just blessed her financially in ways beyond like just paying for the minor damage that had happened to her car during the accident. And so I was riding down the road just now, and like I said, it's just been heavy on me. And I realized, like, you remember how in the video, if y'all watch my video about like spirituality, I talked about how I love to give. And I realized that I feel as though maybe that's why we were put in place yesterday. Like, sometimes things that happen to us are actually happening so that we can be a blessing to other people. So, who's to say if we hadn't had a frustrating day yesterday, or if we just felt like we needed to get out and go have drinks, who's to say like that girl would have received what we were able to bless her with? And y'all, this is not about me. It's not about Tiffany. Like, I know like Tiffany's okay with me sharing this, because we've talked about like just how much of a blessing it was to be able to be a blessing. Like, it's not about any of that. It's just like showing how I feel as though God works through all of us. Like, he uses us and puts us in position to be a blessing to somebody else. And yeah, I felt so like when I'm giving to people, I have such like a euphoric feeling because I know I am being a blessing to somebody else. Like, it gives me such a great feeling to be able to pour into other people. And y'all, I just trust the process, trust whatever it is you're going through. Like, I like, again, and the crazy thing is, I feel like me seeing that happen to Boots, the guy I was telling you that I watch on Instagram, like seeing that happen to him and to have him like break it down in a spiritual way, or have him make the connection that things happen sometimes and it's not even for the reason that is in front of us. Like, he had a car accident and most people were like, oh my God, like, this is the worst thing in the world, it's such an inconvenience. But that happened because time and place had to be in alignment so that he could meet that woman. Like, she could have had that accident or that fender bender with anybody, but it probably would have went through the process of them calling insurance and then insurance paying for her car, and she wouldn't have been in position to receive that extra blessing that Boots was able to give her, just because it was just a simple matter of time and place. Like, he was in place to bless her. And that's so crazy because that touches on another video like I made about how things have to line up so perfectly. That's why there's no such thing as a coincidence. Like, things have to be orchestrated in such a perfect manner that we can't say that anything was coincidental. And so I don't know, just be a blessing if you can be a blessing. And pay attention to the things that happen, because the things that happen sometimes are preparing us for what's to come. Like I said, seeing that video last week, and like I was watching that video in full, like I was crying. Because it was such a powerful video. Like, to hear him talk about that and to know that he was able to bless somebody, like, I was in tears. And then to have this experience this week, it just kind of confirms that we see things before we are put in a position to experience them ourselves, so like we're prepared for it. If you go to the restaurants during the holiday season, like, leave the waitress or the waiter something extra. Like, you never know what people are going through. You never know. And so I just wanted to pull over and make that video because, like I said, it was heavy on me. And I will talk to you all soon.